Yes, it's me, Market Vendor here again today. So I see that Uncle Ralph, the comrade, is calling for a new airline to serve the Eastern Caribbean, the OECS, I would imagine, in particular, as the late Sir Lloyd would say, because he was very, very precise in his wording. In particular, he used to say. Yes, and I believe that Uncle Ralph the comrade also said that it should be located in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Well, St. Vincent got an international airport now. So then the reason why an airline cannot be headquartered in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It would have to be on the mainland, however. My only question, though, would be if this airline is going to be funded by the governments of the Caribbean, and I noticed that there was no mention of Barbados, and apparently the Barbados government did not show any appetite for it. Maybe I shouldn't say appetite, slack might be more the correct nomenclature. But they did not show any appetite for a new airline to replace Liat to serve the region. I believe that the government of Barbados feel, and rightly so I would have to say, that this should be private sector driven. Let the private sector take the risk. After all, they're going to take the profit, let it take the risk too as well. But you see me, Market Vendor, while I feel that aviation in the Caribbean and air transportation should be a right and have a right to be affordable, just like it is in some European countries where you got EasyJet and all them other budget airlines, and for a few pounds or a few euros, you could go anywhere in Europe. I feel that we should have an airline serving the Caribbean, and it should not be profit driven if it is going to be owned by the governments. But if you're going to soak the population with taxes, just like you did with Liat, and people pay $400 or $500, but when you really check, Liat only gets $60 or $70 or $80, and the rest of the hundreds of dollars go to the various governments because of this landing tax and that security tax and this airport tax and this handling tax and tax and tax and tax. If you're going to tax it into oblivion, then forget that and forget about it. You understand? So I don't believe that we should look at the airline, if you got one to replace it, you understand, as a tax haven for the local coffers. I think you should look at it as facilitating the movement, the integration of people in the Caribbean, the facilitation of business, the movement of goods and services and products. That's the kind of thing that you really want it for. And of course, to stimulate intra-Caribbean tourism too as well. Because we as tourists too. We just travel all about the place. We as tourists. And the same way we could go to Miami or New York or London or Toronto or anywhere else in the world, we can also do go to other Caribbean countries. I'm only a Market Vendor. If you're going to do it right. But if you plan to tax it and tax it and tax it and make it unprofitable, then forget it. All right, comrade? I know you the fellas give a lot of thought to these matters, Market. Go on for now. You have a blessed and a wonderful day. Yeah?